So here bright and early, it's 8 o'clock on Monday, pretty much loaded all the tools up, bought some macros over the Christmas period. We brought down a couple of doors and yeah, we're looking forward to getting some progress done on the house. So we're doing the first 2 dormers on the front, basically opening up the front windows because they're quite small. That's going to be one of the jobs this week. I'll just go and show you that. Over the Christmas period, I've been doing quite a bit of work on and off property, and we're looking to level up our game. So approaching investors, that type of thing. Basically, in short, we're gonna just plod on, do it ourselves. So these are the dormers that we're going to be doing. So we're going to open this up and I'll show you the front of the houses and how and why we are allowed to do this. So this is the other example. This is the back. You can see it's opened up with a flat roof, done quite nicely. And this one, if you look, it looks quite open, you see, with it being just one big room at the minute. When it's divided into 2, that wall, that window there is quite small, and it gets quite dark. And same again in here. So the dormers have been done to the back previously, and we're looking to do this one at the front. Now this window is even smaller than the next, and I'll just show you the front. And so here we've got the other dormers. So you've got a pitched, you've got a flat one pitched, and we're just looking to like for like the rest. Now I'm all up for keeping character in the building, but it's got to be practical and fit for use. So I'm going to get this scaffolding up. I'm going to start taking off the tiles and the roof, and we've got a dry week, so that's what we're on with. So just taking the window out, starting to open this up a bit wider. Dave's took the slate off there, and we're just going to open it up. Just to give an idea of what these are constructed of, what we're working with is that is stone mixed with mud. Cow muck is the preferred method, but yeah, doesn't stay together very easy. So basically, taking this out, you've got to watch that there's no adjoining block that can pretty much take this out, you know, big chunks. So basically, yeah, what we're saying is some of these big blocks like these, probably drill holes and then knock them off. So yeah, that's what we're on with. Look miles better when that's opened up. Similar. So from here, we're looking to do an extension in the garden, but we need to work out how far we can come out. So similar in England, you can come 3 meters from the back wall out, but Wales you can come out 4 meters with permitted development. So from here all the way out, that's just over 2. So hopefully that, again, excuse all the mess, that's going to get cleared. Basically, we're going to run a camera down here. This is our private foul sewer, and it should run that way into the public. The complications of building over a public sewer is quite, it's too much basically, you know. You're going to expose the full drain, check the condition of it, check the depth, the diameter, where it runs. That's what we're on with. These guys are here today. They're going to carry out CCTV scan and go from there.
Right. Hold on a minute, hang on. Go on. Stop there. Right. Okay, so sliding to the left, yeah? Keep going. Keep going. There you go. Come on, stop. 1.6, yeah?
Probably right under this roof to do.
So following on from the drain inspection, made a really good contact then. Local as in not too far away on the island. He does rentals, holiday lets, that type of thing, in the building trade as well. So yeah, all in, that was quite good. Basically, the inspected the drain, it runs, move this, so runs from the drain and it stops here, so it comes out 2 meters from the back wall, but to come in you got to come in 1/2 meter, so we're looking about where this white plinth is here as the outside cavity wall. You got to come in 125, so for the sake of 4 foot, unfortunately it's just not worth having the extension. What we'll do is continue as planned, build out this section here, just squares off the building, and keep as we are on the same trajectory. From this bit here onwards, what we'll do is we'll do like a bit of a veranda, something quite nice, outdoor living, and we'll just deck over that drain so it's still accessible. But yeah, plumbing's already in place for that part. That'll be like downstairs bathroom bit, same in the little kitchenette underneath the stairs, and happy days. So back on with opening up the windows. And yeah, looking really good. So another one ticked off the list. One of my things this morning is when I came to prepare for Anglesey, it's always the case, you always forget something, and coincidentally it was my sleeping pillow cover filled with my bedding, my phone charger, basically dinner for the week. So not very good. Bit annoyed as well actually. I cut this gammon joint and I've left it, and it's like, oh, that was going to be my dinner. So pretty much, yeah, that's what we're on with. Gonna have to nip to Tesco later and get a few essentials, but yeah, I'm excited. Get back to work. So similar job as the one in there, replacing these outer beams here because they're a little bit rotten. They need reinforcing, so we're going to put new 5x2 there. I'm going to put noggins down here, and this one I've just taken out. So as you can see, it's just better to, if you're going to do a job, do it right, reinforced, and yeah, should look alright, that. So it's getting to that point during the day and you're feeling a bit tired. We've got these noggins that I'm on with. Basically, I'm not sure where we're up to with the last video I made, but I've took out the rotten joists on both sides over here and replace one beam, and then got the string line up, and we're just replacing, or we're fitting these noggins here. So lots of woodwork today. I'll show you at the front. So Dave's on with the frame, and tomorrow start this one. This scaffolding's coming today. We bought that, and it was only £300 to be fair. So that was a good purchase. Definitely needed that. So this is where we're on with at the minute. Definitely a full day's graft, and it's looking pretty good. Some massive boulders in this. Taking that out, and Dave's handy skills with joinery. So we've got this gutter will be basically replaced. It'll go further up. You'll put fascias and soffits on. Going to board it tonight, so the top bit's going to get covered, and then just for security we're going to sheet off the front of that. Well impressed with first day's work, done quite a bit, and yeah, happy days. That's day one sorted, first proper day back of the year. Yeah, really happy with the progress. We've got quite a bit to do yet, so yeah. So unlike where you've probably woke up today in Anglesey, it's not snowing at the minute, or at least isn't on this side of the island. So we've got our burner attached, blackjack, and we're going to start doing the waterproofing. Going to board this out, put the sides on. So nipping down to the builders merchants today. If you're wondering about the neck scarf, it's like -2 wind chill, so it's pretty cold. But I think I've shown you before, and I think I'm going to have to show you again, but this view from the village is absolutely spectacular. Snowdonia living up to its name. Literally gets better and better as you see it. You've got the Menai running through into the Irish Sea, and waking up to that is fantastic. Quite envious of these that have got living room, kitchen views of the village. pipe work, roll on felt, block, sand, cement, fascia board, lead. A bootload of stuff. So what's really quite handy is having shut up. So what's really quite handy is opening a trade account. Spent a few £1,000 now, and I thought, have you got a trade account? I said, well, does it benefit having one, you know? Any discounts? Like, yeah, I'll apply a discount today and we'll get you set up. So basically, yeah, I've just saved 250 quid on a £700 order. So yeah, definitely worth it. So heading back now, got the materials, carry on with the job. By the time you've picked tools up, you've gone to tool station, you've been to Hughes Gray, you're quite quickly an hour and a half has gone out your day. So it's coming up to 11 o'clock and better get a move on because we've got a lot to do. We're coming back Thursday. We've got things in place. Got to drop off my motorbike and we've got jobs to do at the Wigan project. So yeah, that's it for now. Right, so been to tool station today. The bushes on Dave's Nikita have gone, so it's just stopped working. But I ordered one of these online, and what I didn't realise is there's various different models, and obviously it would be every different model has a different size battery. So the grinder that I've got is just the unit itself, and this one should match my other drill set. So it's midday and it's still freezing. I'm on with doing the DPC course. Dave's finishing off upstairs doing that dormer. Basically put the felt on, boxed it off, on with the gutterings and the fascia. So this stuff here is what's going to be our new DPC. Now, there was a few ways that we could have done it, all depending on what kind of brickwork that you're working with, or structure that you're working with, I should say. Different things you can do. You can do drills, I believe, and you can inject this resin. There's this where it's like a tanking system. Basically you've got these riffles here and they go flush against the wall, and the water that basically the vapor from the wall coming through will run down and it will filter back down to the earth. And so I'm on with this fixing kit. Basically got to do my drills, knock them in, measure it where we're going. So got this wall. First I'm going to start from here, start inwards, coming through up here, and then we've got a bit of a dead space here, so we're going to take this back wall, so it should come back to about here, so we can gain a little bit more space. And yeah, so waiting on the structural engineer to give me a ring. We're gonna get these, basically he needs to do his calculations. In short, it's 3 RSJ steel beams bolted together, painted in red lead. It's quite a thick diameter for the wall width, as you can see, and the current beams that are in place, they just did everything out of wood back then. And they're pretty, this one's alright. What the doorway is, You tell it's been moved before because that's cracked. But these in here, just rotten. So you couldn't even make do with what's there. So that's got to be replaced. So take it a little bit higher so it's flush with the wall coming out, the roof. And yeah, so we've got that wall to be done. This is going to get opened up. And we've got this wall as well, which goes into the other living room. That wall will be coming down. We're just going to extend on the side. Already discussed the extension predicament. And yeah, it just speeds things up actually. Without having to do big extensions, we're going to do some like nice extended seating area. Maybe something quite nice out of like wood, logs, not sure yet. But yeah, keep him warm. Dave's not too happy he's working up there. It's the wind that gets you. But yeah, on with this now. Got a 10mm drill bit. It's momentum. So you stop, you do something else, you take something with you. What's my hammer? Oh. Yeah. So this is one of those jobs where you're kind of learning as you go. And as you can see by the dots, it's particularly difficult, but more like the somewhat waviness, especially you can see it down here a little bit. Basically what this is, it's a damp proof membrane, and you dot and dab to these bungs, and it creates a vapor barrier in between your plasterboard and then the damp coming through. So when this floor's screeded, it will go up to that, and then that will be the vapor barrier. Now, when you're drilling into brick, you've only got a very small chance of hitting mortar. Where when you're drilling into something of the likes of stone, to try and get your stone, instead of hitting mud, voids, dirt, that type of thing, it's quite difficult. So I was getting a bit miffed off, and I was watching my P's and Q's because I got told off last time. So I'm sure next door might have heard me. Anyway, so it defies the logic of having a vapor barrier. If when you're drilling, you're puncturing the membrane and it allows the damp to come through. So there is some stuff, this thing it's especially silicone, and it'll cover up these voids, but it's such a pain when you're trying to drill through jagged rock and you either catch it or you don't, and it ends up catching and it slips. So that's been fun. I think this one was particularly fun. That definitely annoyed me. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 holes and only one went through. So if it doesn't catch, it just winds you up. It's one of those things. But that's what it's all about. So it's a little bit later on, and I was going to wrap up, but just got carried away. So I'm carrying on. I've somewhat done 90% of the DPC course in there, and then I'm on at the minute thinking of a nice feature fireplace to expose this. I just took that little bit off to see how far this brick goes. It just looks like it's been enclosed a little bit. And yeah, so I'm going to take off this plaster, probably get a bigger lintel, and then this brickwork, either remove it or I don't know, get some of this reclaimed stone and just block up that little bit there. I think it'll look really smart. But yeah, well, here goes. So I've just done with taking off this plaster and exposing the stonework, and I'm wondering whether this piece here, it looks to be slate. I hope it is, because that'd be a good lintel. It'd be a big fire, but that's it. That's how it was back in I think it was 1860s it came back on the survey, but it could have been older actually, because that's all they went back to. So yeah, on with taking off this plaster. So with what is now the final video of the day, I just started to expose the blockwork, the stone masonry of one of the chimneys, and really blown away with one of the lintels. I know it sounds sad, if you're not into the building game, fine, but to uncover a slate lintel, obviously it's Snowdonia, it's Wales, every lintel of an old building is slate, but this one is mega. It's really cool. It must be a good 10 inches wide, and the weight of that going on, it must have took a few men to put that up. But just check that out. It's going to be a video within itself. Originally we were just cutting that back for the little lintel, and I thought, nah, I'm gonna expose it, get it pointed up. It's gonna be a mega feature. But just the size of that is crazy, and I bet it'll come up really good. So tomorrow I'm going to expose the rest of that, and we're going to do the other one next door. So that is definitely it. So as always, like, subscribe, comment. I'd be interested to hear what you think. I think that is going to be a really cool feature.